Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Let's see, make sure you guys can see and hear me just fine because I can't hear anybody or see anybody. So why don't you give me a shout out? Let me know everything is working okay. I was just experiencing some technical difficulties before getting started, so I apologize in advance. Let's see. You guys good? Let's see. I'll wait for you to chime in for a minute. All right, awesome. Okay, I'm guessing. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Krista and Michael, for chiming in. So anyway, my name is Lisa. I am part of the team here at PhotoDay, and today's webinar is all about AdvancePay. So I hope to bring you some great content and you walk away with learning something new. That's the point of these webinars. This one will not go a full hour, although I could talk a whole hour about AdvancePay, but today I won't. We'll just get right into it and talk all about AdvancePay. So good morning and good afternoon to everybody today. So I hope you got your beverage and your snack and you're ready to tune in and learn all about AdvancePay. So, oh, hey, Matt. Hey, guys. I was trying, right before the webinar started, I was trying to get my phone connected so I could mirror my phone, and my awesome software that I use is not working for me right now. So I don't know what the deal is. It's just full screen and then I lose everything. So I am going to try to emulate this the best that I can so I can give you guys the full experience. So I just ask that you bear with me today. So let's just dive in and talk right. What is AdvancePay? So for those of you that are new, welcome. PhotoDay is kind of like its own ecosystem when it comes to showing and selling and marketing the images that you guys are taking for any aspect of volume photography. And AdvancePay was our answer to prepay. So when we moved to this image first selling environment, we didn't think that pre-buying a package was going to make much sense, because that kind of like defeats the whole purpose when you're taking multiple images, expressions, and poses, or creating different looks if you're compositing. We didn't want to lock somebody into like a customer into a package purchase before they've seen all of these great images that you're connecting or creating. I don't know why I said connecting, creating. So AdvancePay is kind of like a deposit, right? So it's a deposit and it's a very versatile tool that PhotoDay offers. So instead of locking them into a package purchase, what you're doing is just telling them to pre-purchase a credit that they are going to be able to redeem towards their picture day order. So it is basically like a cash credit, $10, $20, $30. And it's going to be able to be applied towards their final purchase. But it does some really important things for you. But, and I'll go through those and go through some ideas how you can use AdvancePay today. So right off the bat, a lot of new users will come on board, or even existing. You guys have been using PhotoDay for a while and you're scared of AdvancePay, or maybe it's not working out for you, or maybe it's confusing. So I hope to clarify that today in the next 30 minutes or so regarding how to better use it. So why AdvancePay? So as a sales and marketing professional myself, I love AdvancePay for these reasons. The number one reason is because you qualify your buyer, right? When you're taking your sales online, it's this now proofing environment, and it doesn't have to be a proofing environment. You don't have to just, take all and create all, spend all this time taking and creating these images without any buy-in, with hopes that they buy. AdvancePay does just that. It's buyer qualification. So you can require them to make an AdvancePay purchase in order to have their picture taken. That is what we mean by buyer qualification. It causes, at the time of purchase, AdvancePay, your customer will create an account. So an account creation, that's an important step in the customer journey. So when a customer creates an account in PhotoDay to purchase that credit, you now have them linked to that gallery, to your studio, and you have the relevant information you need to build that connection with them, right? So now you're going into this account creation, you have customer data, you've qualified them as a buyer, and you have more of a reason and more options to be able to sell to them. In addition to that, if you are selling AdvancePay credits, you have a really good way to estimate your revenue on that job. as many of you know, when you take your sales online, the sales cycle gets longer, right? You're not leaving picture day with the checks and the cash anymore, and the credit cards that you ran are processed with, Squarespace or whatever you're using. You're now in hopes of that revenue can come in over the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 10 weeks, depending on what your marketing funnel looks like. So selling AdvancePay credits gives you a better way to estimate that revenue, and it gives you money up front to cover expenses, especially at the start of the season. When you're just gearing up and you've gotten this, 3-4 month lapse in between your spring and your fall, or your fall and your spring, and you just don't have the money to fork out for labor or supplies, equipment, additional expenses, right? So by collecting advance pay, you get a little bit of money in your bank account earlier to help pay for those expenses at the beginning of the season when we go cash flow negative to cash flow positive, right? The joys of being in a very, very seasonal industry. It also increases your participation because of all of these previous reasons. And when I talk about participation, I'm talking about participation in views to buys, right? Increases that participation, people that they're committing the picture day, and then they're also committing to commit to a final sale for you, right? So it is causing that increased participation. And because the last point is because money spent is money forgotten. That is true for every single one of us. That means higher gross revenue. So orders that have advanced pay credits applied to them tend to have a higher AOV. The end customer spends more because you're now breaking up the payments. So all of these reasons are my favorite reasons that I wanted to share with you. All the very great reasons why you should be selling. Every gallery should be set to advance pay. And I'm going to go through some ways that you can use it, because there's all different ways you can use it. Again, PhotoDay is a very versatile tool. It's a very powerful tool. It looks very simple, but it is very powerful. And today we're going to talk about that advance pay and how you can use it to spray your sales this fall. And just to do better, like if you're looking from change from fall to spring and you ran advance pay and you weren't happy with it, or you want to get more advance pay purchasers, or you want to use it because you were scared to use it before, that's what we're talking about today. So let's dive right in. This is my favorite one because it's the most relatable one, is replacing that prepay method with advance pay. So basically, let's zoom backwards to paper order form days, where majority of us would only photograph somebody if they filled out all their paperwork, right? The paper order form, so we knew who we were photographing, and we had somewhere to either scan a barcode, take a picture of a QR code, or write down an image number, right? So that is the replacement of swapping a paper form. Instead of that, you're having them opt in and buy a credit, and a small credit amount. And the credits, I'm going to go through a whole demo of this, so I will show you guys what I mean after these talking points. But if you've never done it, and then you're coming from prepay order forms or a prepay environment, simply replacing that envelope with an opt-in and purchasing a credit is the same, or it's a similar method to what you're doing now on paper forms. So you should get the same amount of participation, the same amount of buy rates in the end, because you're swapping that strategy with a very similar strategy, very similar customer journey. So, and I wanted to add like the value props for each one of these ideas on how you can use advance pay with your jobs. And you might use it differently from job to job, or from market to market, from schools to sports, youth sports to high school sports to dance. It could all be used different ways. So the value prop of replacing the prepay with advance pay to your customer is they're going to get to see all of these images before they commit to their final sale, right? And their credit purchase is going to go towards their final purchase. So when you're talking about this and you're utilizing advance pay in this replacing of a prepay method, this is where you're just saying, hey, you get to view your images before you commit to purchase. And then this credit's going to go back towards your final purchase, right? That is value prop. That is how you sell advance pay in this replacing it with prepay environment. And another question, when I talk about this, using advance pay in this way, a question that I am asked a lot personally is like, well, how do you make sure they actually bought an advance pay credit before I take their picture? Well, I always recommend just doing the honor system, right? Don't try to spend too much time figuring out who did it, who didn't do it. It's about your communication, right? So getting started early enough in the picture day, you book your date, you get the information out about advance pay, and you tell them all, go buy credit before picture day, during picture day, or you have up until I publish a gallery to buy your credit. because as long as the gallery is in advance pay status, they can be buying that credit, and that's where you want to go with this. So you don't want to get too crazy about it and like kind of turn people away or be negative if they didn't buy credit. But when they're hopping in line, just be like, hey, did you buy credit? Hey, did you opt in and buy credit? That's how I would run it. Make it really lax. Don't get too crazy about it. That way you can keep the picture day experience very, very positive with using AdvancePay with that method. Then we have speculation, right? So there's times where you have to photograph every single person and they may or may not purchase for you. A good example of this is underclass, elementary, where you're just photographing everyone because you have to, especially this fall, because you have to produce the service items for the school as part of the contract, right? So a good way to use AdvancePay and that type of job is to go ahead and incentivize it, right? Get early buy-in. So you can't require it because you got to photograph everybody anyway. So in this way, you can do a spend now, save later. That is your value prop with AdvancePay. In this scenario, again, this is like elementary, underclass, where you have to photograph everyone anyway. That is a spend now, save later. So you can attach any of the PhotoDay offers to your gallery while it's in AdvancePay, and you can dangle that carrot and be like, hey, if you just buy a little bit now, you're going to save money later. So again, you're qualifying your buyer, you're incentivizing them to make a pre-purchase to get that cash rolling in, right? So this is just another example of how you can use AdvancePay for a different type of job. So this one's a really great one to do, and you might not get everyone doing it, but you know what? You got enough. It's still kind of getting that buyer qualification in a proofing environment type setting where not everybody might be your customer, but you're trying to get them to be your customer, right? So it's a sales tool. It's a powerful sales tool to be able to get them to convert the sale. And all of us online shoppers know we like to save money. So this is a great way to say, hey, spend now, save later, save a little bit of money in the end if you commit to purchasing from your studio. All right, another way to use AdvancePay is as a session fee. So we see a lot of this with dance schools, senior portraits, mini sessions, or any kind of custom like sports sessions or anything like that, where you want to connect people to a gallery and get that early buy-in, right? So you can secure this is the value prop. So you can secure their photo session, the estimated number of images, and the credit purchase is now applied towards their final purchase. So let's just rewind to the dance world. We see a lot of dance photographers doing this for costumes, like 1 costume is this amount, up to 3 costumes is this amount, up to 5 costumes is this amount. This way you get your like editing covered, you get your buyer qualifications on, you can require it. Just tell them required. Did you purchase your credit first? And that kind of covers your costs. I also really, really, really recommend a session fee type AdvancePay if you're doing some compositing. Compositing costs you guys time and money, and it's expensive. It is expensive to build those composites. So by requiring an advance payment, even a small one, you are committing your buyer, the person you're doing all of this work for, to some kind of a purchase from you. So that's really important here, especially when you're spending the time and effort and the money editing your images. You want to make sure that they do have an intention to buy from you. So setting your gallery to AdvancePay and telling them to make that purchase from you is going to cover your costs on that, and they're gonna all translate into sales. So like I said, AdvancePay is one of my favorite tools for all of these reasons. So I hope you guys get some ideas here as we go along, and feel free to ask me questions. This is, like I said, I'm gonna do a demo after this and kind of show you how to set it all up. Okay, so this is a wild idea. I don't know how many of you have done this. I have personally done this because I wanted to test it out and see how it works. But fundraising, so you see it called all different things online in the Facebook groups. You see it kickbacks, commission, whatever. I like to call it fundraising because that's what it is. You're raising funds, selling a product, raising funds. We're just like the candy bar guys, the popcorn, the cookie dough, whatever, when you're using Picture Day as a fundraiser. So you can use AdvancePay as that fundraiser, and you can give your organization a dollar amount for every credit that they sell, right? That's the most important thing, here. If you're using AdvancePay as a fundraiser, you are now passing the torch to your organization to earn the revenue that you are giving them back in a commission or a kickback or fundraising or whatever you call it, right? So now you're saying, okay, you guys want money back? You go sell these credits for me. and then I'll give you a dollar amount per credit sold. One, I love it because they never see your gross revenue this way. They never can count and see how much money you make and question you and all that stuff, because you guys all know that happens in this world today. Two, the reason I really like it is because the money is there. When you publish a gallery, you know how many credits were sold, and you can cut that check, so you're not writing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of commission checks, depending on how much you promised this at the end of your season, right? So you're giving it to them right away because you made the commitment. You publish a gallery 1, 2 weeks, days after you photographed it. You know how many credits you sold. You give them their money back right away. They can use it while they still need it, while they're still in season. Some of these fall seasons are only 6 weeks long. They're really, really short. So you got to cram them all in there and get their commission to them right away, right? So using it as like a fundraiser is really great. And like for all the other reasons, you're qualifying the buyer. They're going to go back to purchase later. They're guaranteed sales. So you know you're going to get that revenue generated. Tell them that's a great plan. I've done the fundraising with a couple of leagues, $5 per AdvancePay. That is awesome. Sean, you could do it either way, like the number of credits or the amount. I always like to say the number of credits. Sell 1 credit. For every credit you sell, you get X amount back. You can sell $10 credits, give them $3 back. Sell $20 credits, give them $5 back, whatever you do. You know your AOV, your average order value, for the most part, especially if you've been a user for a while, you can kind of figure out where your profit margin is and how much you can give away. I mean, a lot of us pad, every single fundraiser does this, right? Nothing is truly ever free, right? We have to walk away with a profit. You guys are in business, so make sure you're priced accordingly to be able to afford to do something like this. Don't give away everything because you won't be in business long if that's what you're doing. At the end of the year, you just run out and you're like, okay, I'm done. So you want to make sure all of that is factored into your final pricing. But this definitely can do it. You can do it either way, Sean, like the total number of credits or per credit sold. I like doing per credit sold because it's more of a one-to-one approach. If there's 200 possible customers in this organization, that's 200 possible credits you could sell, or that can be sold to each person, and you can give them X amount back. So you can estimate what their earnings would be based on the number of participants that they drive to picture day for you, right? Using this sales method. So that's a very powerful, like, hey, if you're going to give money back, you might as well, like, if they're getting money back, they're going to have to help you advertise to maximize the money they're getting back. That's what fundraising is all about. So I just wanted to bring that one up. All right, so let's talk incentivizing AdvancePay. So you can sell up to 4 different credit amounts. So, and this, like I said, tools, it can be used in all different ways. So depending on what method you're using here is, what method you picked. And there might be a method that I haven't thought of yet. So definitely like shout it out if you're using it in a different way and I haven't covered it, because I would love to hear your ideas. But for the credit amounts, you could do up to 4 different ones. You can only attach 1 offer. So this produces a lot of confusion. I think we tend to overcomplicate things sometimes, but this is very, very basic, very simple. You could sell 4 different credit amounts, but you can only attach 1 offer at a time. So if you're going to incentivize, it's any credit amount can get that offer, right? So any credit amount they purchase, whether it's 20, 40, 60, 80, they're going to get that 1 offer at the time of purchase, and it's going to be linked to their account that they set up, which is, we use mobile verified accounts. So they don't make email and password accounts. It's all done through their mobile number, and then they get the verification back. If you guys do online banking, you're probably super familiar with this, or Uber. But it's mobile verified accounts here in PhotoDay land. It is not email, username, and password. So everything is linked to their mobile number. So only 1 offer per AdvancePay job, right? And I'm going to demo that here in a second. So here we go. It's going to my share screen. So I'm going to shut my video off, and I am going to turn my screen share on over here so you guys can see what this is all about. All right, cool. So here's the studio panel. If you've never seen it before, welcome. For those of you that are familiar with this, don't mind my demo sales. They are not very exciting, but that's because I don't really do anything here, but use it for a demo account. So I'm gonna just go ahead and create a new job here. And this job, we're just gonna make it what should I name it? We're going to make this a league job. So I'm just going to name it Arlington Little League. And we're going to link it to youth sports. And I already have an organization set up. And let's just say our picture day date is next Saturday. Whew, fall is almost here, guys. Are you excited? And we're going to estimate there's 200 players to be photographed. You can upload a job logo here. It makes the storefront look a little prettier, more customized for your organization. Or you can leave it blank. And then I'm going to set up gallery access for sake of this job. I'm just going to go ahead and do a public gallery, which is just going to give me a direct link into the gallery and an access code for access code. I'm going to change this. Now, if you guys need help with figuring out what you want your main access code to be for this fall, I always suggest doing something like your studio name. I'm just going to put PhotoDay and then like a sequential amount of numbers. For this one, I'm just going to put demo at the end. And that's going to be my code. Well, actually, let me make this easier. I'm going to do PD demo. And let's see if that code's taken or not. Let's see, PD demo. Oh, it's not taken. I scored a new code. Oh, did that save? Yeah, PD demo. That's going to be my new code. All right, cool. So now this gallery is still in draft, but I'm going to go ahead and set up the storefront. But before I do that, I'm going to create a credit sheet. So for the sake of the demo and not opening multiple windows, I'm just going to go up to my store and I'm going to set up an AdvancePay credit sheet. So you can give this credit sheet a name. This is going to be for my fall youth sports because I might want to use this credit sheet for all the fall youth sports that I have coming up, right? So you can use the same credit sheet against multiple jobs. So you don't have to create this every time you create a job. So if you want to create one, and I'm doing different credits for my sports jobs and I am doing for my school jobs and for my dance jobs or my miscellaneous events, this is where that credit sheet name comes in handy. And then I can sell up to 4 credits. So for the sake of simplicity, on this demo, I'm only going to sell 1 credit. So the credit here is, I'm just going to sell 1 for $25. You can put whatever credit amount you want in here as long as it's in denominations of $5. It can be as low as $5. Now, my best suggestion here is if you're new to this and you're not quite sure how your leagues are going to react or how your schools or whatever are going to react, make this credit low, right? Make it $10. $10 is the price of a beer at a concert, right? So make it like very inexpensive just to get them to buy in, because the name of the game here is not like trying to get the most money up front in the credit, especially if we're using this for one of those sales methods, minus the session fee one, right? So I'm not talking about session fee one, but if we're using it for fundraising or the prepay replacement or the incentivize, it's to get as many people as to buy credits as you possibly can. That's what the goal is. So if you price it too high, then people are going to spend too much money up front and they're going to be like, I don't know if I really want to spend that amount of money up front, because this AdvancePay credit, even if it's $10, it is going to result in a higher AOV as long as you are creating amazing images and a variety of images for them to apply towards their final purchase, right? You can describe here, well, let me go back. I'm making it a $25 credit. You can describe here what this credit's for. I recommend if you're using this box for like session fees, like buy up to, 2 costumes, up to 5 costumes, or, however you're using it there, that's when you can let them know down here. If you're just doing this one-to-one, like replace prepay environment, you can leave that blank. We're going to do plenty of communication at PhotoDay to your customer that helps describe this to them so they're not confused. So this credit sheet only has 1 credit for them to be able to purchase on it, just a $25 credit. Let's just say I want to incentivize this purchase. So the next thing I need to do is create an offer that's going to, I'm going to put it all together in the job that will incentivize this purchase of $25 on this buy-in. So I'm going to go over here to offers, and let's just say I'm going to give away free shipping. I like free shipping. Everybody likes free shipping. So I'm going to create a free shipping offer. So this is going to be my AP offer for fall 2022. And the offer code is going to be, let's just say fall ball 22. That's going to be my offer code. You guys can make offer codes all day long. We have a blog post. If you're like out of creative ideas for offer codes, you can head on over to our blog. It's blog.photoday.io. There's a great offer code idea. So if you want creative named offer codes and you're just feeling a mental block, you can go ahead and reference that blog post. The minimum order dollar amount here, since they're buying a $25 credit, I'm going to make, they have to spend at least $25. They're going to apply that credit towards a $25 or more purchase to be able to earn the free shipping amount. And then you can set an offer expiration date. Now, I always recommend setting an offer expiration date only because you don't want your offers to be indefinitely floating around, especially if you're a longtime PhotoDay user, where people can use them season over season over season. So because you're incentivizing advance pay purchase, and let's just say because the sales cycle is usually like, we're going to use the same offer for all of our fall jobs, and we're starting our fall early this year in July, according to my memo here. I'm going to make this offer extend out. They have until let's just say the end of October, maybe the end of November. If you're using this code, that way anybody who's purchasing an advance pay credit throughout my fall season has until the end of November to redeem it when they make their purchase. Now, there's different selling strategies to get them to buy sooner, especially when you're starting your fall early in July, like my demo here, and you can expire the gallery and things like that to get them going on converting to sale. But I'm just saying, for sake of efficiency and you're running a lot of jobs, your advance pay offer should expire at the end of the season for that advance pay. So questions coming in, so you can have multiple advance pay amounts like 10, 25, 30 with different incentives. No, Jean, that's not correct. You can only have one offer, one incentive for all of your advance pay credit sheet, one per job, one advance pay offer per advance pay job. That's it. So you can't say you get this if you spend more sooner. That strategy that you're talking about is a offer strategy that you can do using gallery promotions once you publish a gallery. You don't want to overcomplicate it. In my opinion, you don't want to overcomplicate it up front here because it's going to deter your buyers. So you want to make this very, very simple. You buy a $25 credit, you get free shipping off 25 or more, and then you move on and you get everybody to buy that credit. That should be what we're focusing on here. So I'm going to go here. How can I use PD to collect a session fee that also includes the 2 digital files? Dave, that is a great question. We are working on some improvements when it comes to offers and social sharing files. So we will be definitely chatting more about that. And Jean, that's a good comment. Gotcha, I was thinking using a free social sharing images for all my new customers if they buy in at $10. Yeah, Rainer's on this webinar right now, and he is our head of product and co-founder. So he's hearing you guys loud and clear on that social sharing download being an offer. So yeah, so let's go back over here to the jobs now that I've created my credit sheet and I've created my offer, because I want to set up this job here with what we just created. So the credit sheet here, it's my fall use sports. That's the one I just set up. And then over here, it's going to be my AP offer for fall 22. So this is going to be my credit sheet. Now here, I can also toggle this on. So if I toggle this on, PhotoDay's cart is going to ask the customer to add the name of the subject being photographed. And that's going to directly associate in the orders report from your job. So you know who bought which credits. That's very useful if you're doing compositing, if you're doing like dance photo sessions or mini sessions or anything like that, when the parent's name is going to be different than your subject's name. So that's what you're going to want to toggle that on for. And then a question we also ask often is previewing the storefront. Yes, you can toggle this on, and while your gallery's in advance pay status, they're going to be able to preview the storefront, the price sheet, all the products and packages that you're selling as well. But I will say, do not associate credit amounts with packages because that gets crazy. It gets very confusing for the customer. You're not pre-selling packages here. you're pre-selling a credit. So I got some questions coming in, Terry. I have 95 to 100% participation for my teams and leagues, no discounts. What would the advantage be to be using AdvancePay? Terry, if you rewind, in that case, I would just have them swap the order form method that you're doing right now with no discounts. You're just having them fill out an order form, right? Just swap it with having them opt in and buy a credit amount. Instead of getting in line and handing me a paper form, you're going to opt in and you're going to buy a $10 credit, a $20 credit, and then you get to choose the photos you love the most and buy what you want when you want it. And you get to apply that credit towards it. That's how I would swap that method. Jennifer says, if they have two subjects, can they both add both to one credit? So the answer here is yes, because the credits are linked to the customer's mobile number they use to make the purchase with. So if they buy one credit for each kid or multiple kids under the same mobile number, they will be stacked in their account. So say they buy $3 credits, three $10 credits, they're going to have $30 worth of credits on their account when they log in to redeem to purchase. So yes, they can buy multiple credits, and yes, they're all linked to their account and they're stacked. They're just like money. It's like kind of like adding up that money into their PhotoDay account of credits that they can redeem towards the purchase. And the next question you guys are probably all thinking, maybe if I'm reading your minds right, is that those credits can only be applied to your PhotoDay cart. They're your credits, your customers in your galleries. We know that. They can't be used on any other studio's stuff. So they're yours. That money is all yours and they're connected to your account. So in case I was reading your mind on that one, that is what that is. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, but I'm also going to attach a price sheet here too, because I want to show you guys what this looks like when you're previewing a price sheet. So I'm just going to take this spring demo price sheet here and attach a price sheet. And let's just say this job has baseball and some softball, and I'm going to save it. All right, cool. And then I'm going to go back to my storefront and I'm going to preview the storefront. I don't even know what's on that price sheet, but I'm going to show you what this looks like anyway. So now I am ready to put this gallery into AdvancePay mode. So it's still in draft. So if you guys all opt into PD demo to 90738, then they are not going to, then it's just going to be in draft. It's not in AdvancePay mode yet. But when I move this to AdvancePay mode, now the gallery's in AdvancePay mode, so people are able to be your storefront and buy credits all day long. Okay, so I got a clarification on this question here. If they do one credit under the customer data, can they put two names or do they have to do more than one credit? Yes, they can put two names. It prompts them to separate it with a comma. So yes, they can add more than one name when they're buying those AdvancePay credits and you're collecting their names there. So yes, the answer is yes. All right, cool. So this gallery is in AdvancePay mode. So if you guys, I wanted to demo this so bad today. So if you guys want to follow along with me, you can opt in, you can text PD demo to 90738 and you can opt in. So now that the gallery is set in its AdvancePay mode, the next step is to spread the word about AdvancePay to all your customers. So great ways to do this with a video. If you followed along with our marketing and suggestions, you know, and Jay Boatright, our director of education here at PhotoDay, they are very successful creating short videos that tell people to opt in, tell them to buy a credit to get free shipping or whatever your sales method is. Get people pumped in a video. We prefer to consume video on our mobile devices as consumers nowadays, and that is how we consume our information. So get into video here. Let's see. Jackie has a question. So if a parent has 3 kids in the same school, they can purchase one AdvancePay credit for all 3 or 1 credit per child. They can do 1 credit per child, or they can buy 1 big credit and they can add multiple amounts. So they can do either. I'm going to show you that here in a second. I'm going to pop over and go to this gallery. So I'm going to pretend that I text. This is the part I really wanted to demo with my phone, but it wouldn't screen share. So I'm just going to skip and go right into this AdvancePay gallery that I have set up, that we just set up here in PhotoDay. So I'm going into the AdvancePay gallery. It is going to tell me what it is as a customer. I'm viewing this as a customer. So it says, if I purchase an AdvancePay credit, I get free shipping on orders 25 or more, and the offer code is going to automatically be attached to my mobile number, but I'll also get it in email and in a text. So we're giving them that special code only to the people that buy AdvancePay, and it's attached as many ways possible so they don't forget that they bought that and they got the free shipping, right? Or whatever the incentive is here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's going to ask me, so we try to collect mobile opt-ins for you as much as possible because this puts them in a really cool automated SMS campaign and drives sales sooner. So I'm going to just skip this for now. And then I'm going to go in here to look at that AdvancePay credit. But as a customer, I can view packages as well just to see what they're going to be selling. So I can go into this pack and say, oh, this is what this looks like. And then I can go to buy a credit. Or I can go to the prints, plaques, whatever I want to look at in here to buy the credit. So here I can do enter the first and last name of people being photographed separated by columns. So this is where, say, if I have 3 kids, I can go in here and put quantity 3, and then I can put like Harley, Malice, Caitlin, Malice. I don't have 3 kids, so I'll make my last one Rainer Floor. Since you're here, Rainer, you're one of my kids. And then I can go here to check out, and I can make 3 $25 credits for those 3 people. And you're going to get that data back in your cart. So here, I'm just going to go ahead and put my receipt in here to be emailed to. And then this is where an account will be created using your mobile number, and the AdvancePay credit purchase will be linked to it. So this is where your customer is going to put in their mobile number, and then agree and verify, and then it's going to send your customer it's going to text them back a code, and this is how they set up their account, and this is how they're going to verify their mobile number. So 4994, and then submit. And once I do that, the account has been created. So now when I go through as a parent, I'm not going to go through and do the final purchase on this, but now as I go through, if I'm on my mobile device, they're going to have the option to just like do Apple Pay or Google Pay, or they can put in a regular credit card here. So they can pay any way they want here, and then they can click Pay Now. They get the order confirmation receipt emailed to them, and they also get a text message with the confirmation and that special code. Now, after this, when you get the word out and people are buying credits, you're going to be able to go back in here to Job Insights, and you're going to be able to see all the people. Oh, look at all you guys. You're going to see all the people opting in or buying credits, right? They're all going to be here for you to reference. And then you're going to see, once they buy the credit, you're going to see the subject's names. This is where the names come in. And then you'll see a little export button appear up here, and you can export this list. I don't have anything to export right now, so there's nothing purchased, but you'll be able to export this so you can have that as a CSV file for future reference. And again, this is a public job that we're doing right now. So anyway, so with all of that said, I want to show you guys some marketing as well. We have this marketing built into PhotoDay where you can make an AdvancePay flyer. Now, a lot of you guys like to get crazy because you're all super creative and make your own flyers and stuff, and I'll show you that too, but this is just a really quick automated. I recommend doing it all the ways. Do the video, do the flyer, do posters on site, especially if you have parents on site. The more ways you talk about this, the easier you make it, the more you're in front of your customers' faces, the better results you are going to have, right? Because people absorb information all different ways, and some people need to hear it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times to get it to stick. So communication is key. We got a ton of resources in here for you. So you can create this flyer. You can add an image to the flyer if you want. You know, these flyers, there's 4 different designs in here you can pick from. I just want to show this to you guys. I like to do, let's just see, on my desktop, I think I have, where's my marketing flyer graphics? I wanted to show you guys. You can create like little specials. Here's just a sample, and this is located in our resource section here. But Here's a flyer. If you did make a video, you can paste the link here in the description box. You can also change its description. We have it written for you, but if you want to change it and make it more custom to you, you could. If you paste the link, it'll be hyperlinked, especially if you're emailing this out. At the bottom, it's going to have your information, your studio logo. This is my demo account, so it's the PhotoDay logo and Photos by PhotoDay. But it'll have your information here at the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and save this. If you didn't know this trick already, you can go ahead and upload, if you have a CSV file of emails. This is a group or a public gallery. You can import it here and email it to everybody, or you can send it to your contact to email everybody. I recommend doing both. Like I said, there's no such thing as too much communication here. And for the ultimate success, you want to do as much communication as possible. About AdvancePay, Jay and Karina, we just did a boot camp in Denver with them, and one of their things that they highly recommend, because they do sell incentivized AdvancePay for their picture days, is have a salesperson out there who understands AdvancePay, getting everybody to opt in and tell them why they need to commit to purchase to get their free shipping. It's the only way to get free shipping is buying a credit. They staff one salesperson at least at every single event, depending on the size of the event, just to get AdvancePay buyers to buy them in, and they have great success with that. So replace your picture day table person who's doing envelopes with that person who's telling everyone to buy AdvancePay credits, as example. So you can send out that flyer all different ways here. And then, of course, once it goes out, I think Jackie has a question for me. Can you tell me where the video is again? Sorry. Yeah, so if you want to make let me get back to that one second. I'm going to show you the resource section first. So you have those flyers you can email out or send the organization or input the email. You also have this marketing kit in the resource section. So you have banners, posters, reminder cards, social graphics, thank you stuffers. This is for labs that offer this thank you stuffers that'll go in with your orders. And these are those flyer graphics. That's an example of one. They're sized for the different templates. You can download these, and then they're Photoshop files, so you can change them around and make them look for you, your brand, put your stuff on it, all you want. These are all Photoshop files, so you guys can get creative crazy with these. The sky's the limit, and then you can upload into PhotoDay. The video stuff, we have a great, let me see, let me go to my blog here. There's a great blog post, blog.photoday, creating marketing videos to engage customers. This also has a sample video that from Jay, one of his videos that he did. And then we have a sample script in here. So if you don't know what to say when you get in front of a video, we have a sample script. You can download it, or you can use this greeting here just to help you get started. But this blog post here, let me just put the link so you guys can copy it and bookmark it for later. It's in the chat, but go to blog.photoday.io. It's right on the first page, creating marketing videos. So definitely create the video, get it out, get the flyer out, get posters if there's going to be parents at your event. The more communication, the better results you are going to have. And I know I said I was going to keep this webinar short, but apparently I can talk all day. So feel free to keep asking questions. All right, so I'll show you one more thing. So the way that I'm going to cover, I had a couple questions here that I thought of, I wrote down that I wanted to share with you guys, and I'm going to turn my camera back on so you guys aren't just staring at a blank screen. So a couple questions that common questions I wrote down that are always asked for us. So how long does it take for your customer to redeem the credits that are purchased, right? So it usually takes about 28 days on average. So if I take all of the credits ever purchased in PhotoDay land and average it out to how long does it take for them to redeem the credit, the average is 28 days. Now, majority of them will happen right up front the first 2 weeks. And it really, really, really is directly linked to what your journey is after you publish a gallery. Like, how are you incentivizing them to make purchases sooner? So everybody's got different results, but of all the data in all of PhotoDay land, it is 28 days. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Also, let me stop sharing my screen because I have another slide to direct me so I do not get off track here. And then I'm gonna put the slideshow back on. So give me 1 second. Start the presentation. All right, let's go. All right, cool. So how payouts work. So this is another question because you guys sign up, you start selling AdvancePay credit, and you're like, whoa, 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 why is my PhotoDay cost like 50%? Well, that's because the way AdvancePay works. So when a customer buys a credit, you only get half of it, less the PhotoDay fees deposited to your PhotoDay account, which then goes to your Stripe account. So you only get like half of it because we reserve the other half in case we need the remaining funds to apply towards the lab product purchase, right? And the other fees if they don't purchase over the credit amount. So they're reserved until they redeem the credit, kind of like in your own little mini PhotoDay escrow account. Your funds stay there. So half the funds you get right away, the other half stay in your little escrow account until they redeem for purchase. Now, what happens if a subject was never photographed? If a subject was never photographed, that is up to you. You can go ahead and request for it to be refunded. You can say, hey, there's no refunds. Like, you snooze, you lose. You should have brought your kid to picture day. So it's really like up to you. I always recommend making customers 110% happy and, you know, not faulting them for anything. But again, it is your decision as a business owner to make that call on what you want to do with unused AdvancePay credits. Now, what happens if it's the end of your season and you got, you know, maybe $100 worth of credits left over that nobody redeemed? Now you can tell them that, you know, you can use it next season, especially if you're doing, you know, schools in the spring and the fall or leagues in the spring and the fall. It's attached to their mobile number, so they can use the remaining balance next season if they want, or you can choose and let us know in the chat bubble. Say, I want to cash out all my credits at the end of the season. Like, I'm going to cancel them all out. That's done. Now, so it's really, we're very flexible. It's up to what you guys want to do, what your policies are. Best practice, though, is give them time to use it and go ahead and redeem it, expire your galleries, whatever you have to do. We have custom marketing that goes out for AdvancePay credit purchasers to get them to redeem their credit because we want you to have your money. So we want them to go all the way through. So we're doing everything we can on our end to make that happen. So that's what if they never use a credit. What if they use a partial credit? It's the same. They can hang on to it. You can refund it. You can say it's non-refundable. Say if they buy, you know, $100 worth of credits and they only use $99, are they going to ask you for $1 back? That's your policy. You can tell them to do it, or you can cancel it out and say no refunds. It's up to you. But that is how the payouts work there. And that brings me to the end of today's webinar. So I hope I gave you guys lots of clarification on what AdvancePay is, the benefits of AdvancePay, and how to apply it towards different markets for different jobs. And if you're new to PhotoDay, I'll go over our fees really quick. So we are basically a freemium model. This is why we reserve half the funds for AdvancePay, because we don't have your payment information stored anywhere yet. That might change down the road. You know, we never know. We're always adding and building on the PhotoDay according to what you guys want. But right now we are totally freemium. So we only make money when you make money. So our fee is 10%. Transaction fee on the subtotal before tax and shipping. We do have volume discounts available. Yes, Brian, good point. We do not have contracts. So go ahead and ping us and let us know. You're going to be pumping a lot of volume through. We're more than happy to work with you guys. Also, there is a credit card processing fee on top of our fee, which is 2.9% plus 30 cents per order transaction. Our payment provider, preferred payment provider, is Stripe. So you'll need a Stripe account to connect to your PhotoDay account so we can pay you. So we process all the payments and then we pay you with your Stripe account. And that goes right into your Stripe account, and then you go from Stripe account to your bank account. So that's how that works. There's no lab bills with us because we prepay everything at the time of the customer transaction. We also don't have any minimum orders, except for if you're using Miller's and we have bulk shipping. They have a $15 order minimum until it gets their free overnight shipping. So if you do a big bulk job and only one person orders and they don't order $15 worth of lab product, then you're just charged a difference. Say they order $10 in lab product, then you're charged $5. You'll get an invoice from us. But other than that, there's no minimum orders in PhotoDay for any of the drop jobs. And then, we include everything. We include our text marketing, our email marketing, our awesome capture app for private galleries, our dashboard app, which allows you to get push notifications of your orders on the go and see what your customers are ordering. Our digital downloads are not additional. We have unlimited storage. There's no cap on storage. All these marketing resources and PhotoDay Academy at your fingertips. We do all this for you guys because we are directly tied to your success. If you're not making money, we're not making money, and then everyone's unhappy. So we want everybody to be happy. That's how that works. And if you have any additional questions, thanks for joining me today. And I'm sorry in advance, Wes, our marketing manager, that I went way over the allotted time for this webinar, but I guess I had a lot to say about AdvancePay. So you can reach us in the little chat bubble once you're signed into the studio panel, or you can email us at support@photoday.io. You can also reach me if you guys wanted to talk to me for any reason. You can reach me at either one of these places. Just call me out. I'll see it. Yes, and you get us. We're the best support. We're the best support in this country for PhotoDay, Picture Day. So we are definitely dedicated to your success, especially going into this crazy fall season. We want to be here for you guys and make sure that you are happy with using PhotoDay. You're making the money, you're getting your life back, you're enjoying all those things with online selling and not have to dealing with paper forms and data and all that other stuff. So definitely we want you guys to be happy. So, oh, hey, Wayne, didn't even know you're here. So I just saw him in Denver at boot camp. But yes, thank you guys. Thanks, Christine, Jennifer, Brian for chiming in, and everybody else for your questions today. And I hope to catch you soon. And if I don't talk to you, have a very prosperous fall season. So bye.